everyone. It is your Thursday evening, or maybe even your Friday morning. But I have a little bit of a treat for you, and stay tuned for, I guess, beyond the mask edification. Oops. Hi, everybody, and it is once again. I was saying it is Thursday night, or Friday morning, depending on where you are. However, um, I have a little bit of a treat for you, and if you'll just go with me on this one, it's a little bit of, I guess, health education that's actually coming out of New York. So you'll be able to see that with me, and I'm going to be sharing that with you. Yes, I have some audio, some graphics to share with you. It's, you know, I'm just hello, the TR show and Definition of Anarchy. Thank you guys so much for tuning in at the 11th hour. And you are most generous, the TR show. So I'm going to be sharing just some things that kind of came around, or things that I was kind of turned on to at the 11th hour, but no less. I'm sure you might find it somewhat interesting in these times. And hello to the Definition of Anarchy. But of course, before we get started, we are going to just do a couple of words of thanks to the sponsors and the patrons, and of course, viewers like you. And I will be right back. This show is brought to you in part by our sponsors. Whether you're interested in health, culture, politics, scripture, automobiles, or music, there's something for everyone. So please check out Derek C. Williams, Killer Whale Channels, The Definition of Anarchy, Joseph Francis Burton, Paralysis by Analysis, Chrysler Imperial H, Little Miss Goth, AZ Infidel, Cold War Jesus, Anthony Scioli, and Let the Truth Be Told. We'll be right back right after this. All right, guys. So let me jump right into this one. So I think we've all realized by now that it is BHM. And if you don't know what the BHM stands for, I guess I'll have to tell you. It's Black History Month. So I'm not sure if that was the inspiration for what I want to share with you, or maybe not. Maybe not. But we'll hold out. We'll leave the jury will stay out on that one. But I haven't gotten into this because this is a direction that I want to take the channel in. But this evening, we're going to explore a little bit of what some people might consider propaganda, or, whether you're an artist, or whether you're, no matter what you're doing, you can always use your expression, the expression of arts to spread things. So I find it interesting that the state of New York seems to be, I guess, partnered with this hip hop organization called Hip Hop Public Health, and it looks like it was released today, or your Thursday, for those of you that are winding up your Thursday evening or whatnot. But this is coming from. It's going to be a press release. Whole Hip Hop Public Health. Um, they've got, it looks like it's an established effort, but it just seems that this is, they're going an extra mile in the trenches on this one. So I'm going to share a little bit of that with you, and you guys can, share, go on to the site yourselves, and and dig out whatever you want, do whatever you want with this information. But I'm also going to share a video with you. um, so once again, hope everybody's doing well out there. And if you can, please do us a favor. And as long as we're up and running, if you would hit that like button and help us out with the AI. Um, yeah, so my friends over on Periscope, and if you're joining us from Twitch, that's even better. Um, so yeah, I really like the response over on Twitch because it kind of seems to come in real time. I don't have to wait like 24 hours for some form of stats or analytics to come out. It just kind of gives you the report pretty quickly after you close out your stream. So let me tell you what I'm on about. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. So what I'm on about is I'm going to take you to the site right now. I'm probably going to drop the link for you so you can share this with your friends. I mean, if you're in New York, then you'll be closer, of course, to this. Maybe you'll be empowered. Okay, so what you can see here, this is Hip Hop Public Health launches community immunity mocktail literacy effort. Okay, I'm still going to use the word mocktail in this instance. So just be prepared for that if you're new tuning in and not le vexon. I'm not going to use that word on here. So according to this, a new 5-part rap anthology about mocktails aims to fill knowledge gap regarding mocktails to better fight the CV-19 pandemic in communities of color. So the series of animated music videos feature critical health messages performed by Grammy-winning rapper Daryl DMC McDaniels. So this was actually released today. So I just want to get a little bit of backstory on this. And I wish I had gotten the backstory before this was shared into a stream that I was on that I saw earlier. But so I'll just give you just a little bit more. According to this, New York, February 11th, 2021, PR Newswire, the Hip Hop Public Health, the HHPH, the national nonprofit organization dedicated since 2004 to fostering positive health behavior change through the power of science and hip hop music. Today launched Community Immunity, a rap anthology about mocktails, a suite of free resources aimed at increasing CV-19 mocktail coverage in communities of color by fighting fear with facts. This animated rap anthology deconstructs mocktail literacy in a series of 5, get it, 5, count them, 5 animated videos, beginning with what are mocktails and why do they work? Featuring the voice of Grammy winning rapper HHPH, advisory board member Daryl DMC McDaniels of Run DMC. Whew, that's a lot, that's a mouthful. With award winning producer Artie Green and singer songwriter Jerry Gunn, a community immunity, a rap anthology about mocktails is the latest CV-19 public information campaign from Hip Hop Public Health. The organization's trilogy of high impact music videos, PSAs, 20 seconds or more, 20 segundos o más, and Beyond the Mask have been viewed and shared by millions and become a part of the vernacular around the CV with universal messages of love, safety, since launching at the height of the pandemic in New York City in the spring of 2020. So as you can see, this has been it's been rolling for a while, but just a little bit of an abstract here each, and I will only share one on here. Each 60-second video in the Community Immunity Anthology features a common underlying hip hop track with a unique rap verse that incorporates mocktail literacy content and a universal hook about the benefits of community immunity, which is repeated and sung in each video. The goal of the series is not only to inform, but also to turn receiving the mocktail into a social norm. Each video in the series will be launched over the next several weeks through March 2021. So we're just in time, beginning with what are mocktails and why do they work. So that was the first one. So they've launched the first one, 2/11, which was today. Or was it today? Let me get it together here. Yeah, today. Followed by Are Mocktails Safe and How Do I Know This? launching on February 18th. What are common mocktail myths, misperceptions, launching on 2/25? What can I expect if I take the mocktail, launching on March 4th? And getting a mocktail is better than getting infected with the CV-19, launching on March 11th. So as you can see, you got some targets right there. You got some targets in there. What I'm considering a campaign. And see, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in the stream for your edification. And I have something else. I have the other alternative that I want to share with you guys. Okay, taco. Okay. Hi, Angela Reed. There's no late to the parties here. This was just an 11th hour inspiration. So I decided that, just go ahead and jump on. Okay, so I need to zoom that in. But so there you go. You have your prnewswire.com in the stream right now. But I just wanted to get some of the backstory on this because I reminded you guys before we got started that, this is BHM. So I'm just wondering, is this, they started this, what's a better way to start the BHM and start a campaign like this other than to start it in, February or whatever, February. Okay, so I'm going to keep going here. And I also have something for you on mask edification. I told you guys, let me digress just a second here, but I also am going to share another link that I've shared with you before in terms of mask edification. And, if you want to share your stories over on CFFS, they have an entire site just for kids. It's a No Mask for Kids is the name of the site. And it's actually organized quite well. It's organized everywhere from every type of discomfort, let me say, for the lack of a better word, everything from psychological to dermatological. I'm pointing out dermatological issues. It's really emotional issues. And yeah, so let me just, I digress. I didn't mean to digress, but then it's still kind of an orientation as to what I'm doing and what I'm on about right now. So we're doing an HHPH for the state of New York, as well as we're doing the No Mask. There's a No Mask campaign that's organized quite well. So as I mentioned before, that if you want to go over to the No Mask, I think they're asking for firsthand accounts. I think that's what they're doing. And we'll get into that a little bit deeper. Well, I'll actually take you to the site and you can see how well it's organized. It'll give you, and this is, I'm not a medical professional by any stretch, but this site kind of breaks down the types of the field of medicine in which maybe your child might fall under, whether it's, dermal, internal, dental issues, neurological, psychological, pulmonary, you name it. All the reports are organized. So if you want to share a story, a firsthand story, then I think that's what they're looking for. So you can share your incidents. There is also a blog there, whole setup there. But before we do that, let's go to the current situation. All right. So just want to say hi to everybody in the stream really quickly. And hello, Angela Reed. Let's see, I won't be long. Ronnie Mann, how are you? Thanks so much for coming in. And I do have the definition of anarchy and the TR show. And thank you guys so much for coming in. I know it's 11th hour, but all right, so let's get back to our original on about. Okay, so I gave you a little bit of the backstory on this. And of course, they gave you their targets on this campaign. But then, of course, there's a statement here. I'm not sure. These are statements I think that are given by, they have some doctors that are giving statements on this site. So what let me zoom into this so that you can see. I just give this a little bit of scale. I'll do that. Hope you guys are doing well out there. Okay. So, and I did drop that link in the stream if you're interested in that. This is on the Hip Hop Public Health link. Okay, so you have some testimonials. You got some credos here going on with you've got your doctors giving statements on this campaign and speaking to the pandemic, uh, saying here that the CV-19 is the most urgent global challenge we face today, and if we can encourage 80% of the population to get mocktail, we can achieve the community-wide immunity we need for social activities to return to normal. Does that sound tempting? End quote, says Dr. Wulajid Williams. I might be butchering that, but founder of the Hip Hop Public Health, tenured professor of neurology at Columbia University, and chief of staff of Department of Neurology at New York Presbyterian Columbia University Irving Medical Center. Quote, as the CV continues to ravage communities of color, the long-standing distrust that many feel towards medical science has proven to be an even greater challenge. Our goal with the Community Immunity Anthology is therefore to increase the mocktail literacy by demonstrating three critical points. Fact one, that the mocktail is safe. Two, no scientific shortcuts were taken in the development of the mocktail. And three, being mocktailed is an act of community service. How's that for your propaganda there? How's that? Okay, so there you have this doctor that's you know weighing in on the situation. And Osum Alice says 80%. So what I'm gonna zoom out of that for just a second. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna share this first video. Which is actually the one that I discovered first, or just one second here. Okay. All right. So as you can see, you've got characters. You're complete with illustrations here. Artie Green. You've got DMC. You've got the doctor. You've got two doctors here, and Jerry Gunn here. So you got full cast here for the campaign Community Immunity. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do is I did put that in for you. And as I said, there's five. This is a 5-series anthology that they're using here, but we're only going to show one on this stream. So here you can find out information if you want to contact them, if you're out of the New York area, or if you're just, if you're looking for information. So what I want to do is I want to click on this and I want to show you a little bit. Even I thought it was cool that they showed some of the graphics or whatnot, some of the animation process on this, but you can see here where you have community immunity. You can even donate. So this is getting more interesting. Just go with me here. Okay, so here you have your about, resources, services, updates, press, kids, gala, contact. I know I'm not going to click on the gala, but okay. So this is what you have, and I think I did a little bit on the press release already. So if you want to read that, you can do that at your leisure. So this is your first page. All right. All right, you can download the resources here. It talks about the 5-part animated rap anthology featuring, of course, the Grammy-winning rapper and hip-hop public health advisory board member Daryl DMC McDaniels of Run DMC. And he deconstructs the mocktail literacy into various topics that are presented in a series of 5 60-second animated videos. And of course, that began today, or either yesterday if you're on the East Coast right now. Okay, so again, the videos are launching weekly. So what I'm going to do is let's go ahead and roll. We're going to roll this first video. I think it's important to hear the words in here. You're going to get, yeah. All right, so let me see which is best to go here. All right. Ronnie, man, I was reading a couple comments and then we're going to roll into this one. of your show and the insight you bring to the table. Ronnie, man, thanks so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you and all that you do. And you being a stripe around here makes a huge difference. Okay, and so Awesome Alice has some ideas here, and we'll get back to them. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to step out of the way and let these heavy hitters take it away, if you will. So I'm going to hopefully I can get this. I can give this some full scale, and you can get what you need. You can see what you need to see on this one. And I'm on the wrong page. Let's get on the right page. All right. Okay. So I'm going to zoom this one in so that you can have the full experience. And I'm going to step out of the way. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in on this 11th hour flash stream. And so I'm going to zoom in here. All right. I'll be right back with you. We're going to do. Okay. Actually, I need to change that. Okay. So give me 1 second. I appreciate your guys' patience here. All right. All right, I'm just a little bit behind, just behind, just a smidge here, but it will only take a second. All right, so we're gonna get going here. All right, so we have our first community immunity from the series of 5 coming right up. Thanks, guys.
Got the vaccine. You got the vaccine. They got the vaccine. We got the vaccine. We can get back to normal. Let me inform you. Let's all get the vaccine. It's about community immunity. I'm talking unity for you and me. If Doc says it's good, then trust me, it's good. Now let's all get the vaccine. Alright, there is none higher. DMC, I will inspire. Time for us to trust and not debate. The vaccine, believe it's safe to take. 9 out of 10 people won't get sick. That's 90% effective and legit. This COVID thing is real and it will find you. It's killing our people. Let me remind you. Back in the days, there was polio, smallpox. Back in the days, measles and mumps, man. Back in the days, but because of the vaccines, none of those saved. Vaccines, they work to trigger immunity. 2 shots, we got antibody security. We gotta act now. No need to wait. Get your vaccine before it's too late. For real.
All right, looks like I'm frozen again, but I appreciate it. Awesome, Alice. Tell us about that face. What are you thinking there? I mean, it was fun, right? It was fun. So let's just take us back to another page. So I did put the link in the stream for you guys. If you're interested, I'm going to also put the link in there again for anybody that's just now joining us on this segment. All right, so of course you even have, it's a fully loaded website here, tons of resources for you. But I just find it, that they've gone to such great lengths to promote this thing, and it's unprecedented. Um, the definition says that was wild. Well, you know what? I gotta bring wild things to the table every now and then. I had to watch it a couple of times before I did it. And look, I'm frozen again. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I will just zoom into this. And Ronnie Man's here. He says it's pretty wild, and I don't know if I'm frozen or if it's a lag, just a lag. I changed something on the operating system, and I think I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Okay. All right, so I'm going to pull this into full screen for you. All right, so there, you're getting getting some edification if you're interested. And I'm gonna read a couple comments before I go into the just look at resource center and you know all the above here. But Ronnie Man says this is corny though. But the thing about it is this is what even regimes and what do I want to say, dictators and authoritarians from the past, they've all used some form of, I don't know, you want to say, we can call it propaganda or whatnot to sell ideas, to spread ideas. And, you've got to go into the, what fifth branch or fourth branch of government and go into the Hollywood or to the hip hop heavyweights, right? To appeal to the, uh, to the people of color, right? That's what you got to do. All right. So, hello, the Lockhart perspective. The Lockhart perspective. I anticipate you're going to be submitting your act for the next installment. Okay. So if there you go. All right. So I mean, it kind of looks like a play. It's almost like a play that you're going to put on like at a school. All right. And Awesome Alice says, reminds me of how the witch tricked Hansel and Gretel to get into the oven. I don't know. Did you guys all see that? I mean, do I need to play that again? Can you guys handle it one more time? Just one more time for the road or for old time's sake. I don't know. All right, I know I sound pretty lame. Okay, but I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna do it one more time in case you didn't see it. I'm not gonna play the whole series, but just one more time. Yeah, see, okay, Ronnie Man has a comment. He says you haven't lagged on this side of things. When you switch screen, the lag catches up with you, but you're seamless from this. Okay. Thank you very much, Ronnie Man. I really appreciate that feedback. Okay, so one more time for the people in the back. I thank you guys so much for tuning in. And see, it seems like I'm stuck, whether I am or not. I'm definitely going to take you back to the video number 1. I mean, they went to a great lengths to get this done. I mean, when you pull out these hip hop, heavyweights, you mean business, right? Okay. All right. So I'm not sure if you guys can see this right now, but I meant to going back to the video any minute now. Okay. So just one more, and then I'm gonna show you some info on the no mask and the no mask policy, the no mask campaign for kids, no mask for kids. And yes, of course, I invite you guys, if you want to go over to CFFS and tell your story. And as I said before, they're looking for firsthand accounts on that. So, I mean, I would think that's what they prefer in this situation. So I'm going to zoom in here, and then I'm going to play this one more time, and then we'll move on to something else. But I just wanted you to see these, see what's going on here. All right. Okay. Absolutely, Angela Reed. It's like, I don't know, I'm going to go into full Motown. Ain't that peculiar? All right, guys, that's enough. Okay. All right, so I'm going to share the screen once again, and I'm going to give you one more round of the video. This is video number 1 from the anthology. I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Got the vaccine. You got the vaccine. They got the vaccine. We got the vaccine. We can get back to normal. Let me inform you. Let's all get the vaccine. It's about community immunity. I'm talking unity for you and me. If Doc says it's good, then trust me, it's good. Now let's all get the vaccine. Alright. There is none higher. DMC. I will inspire. Time for us to trust and not debate. The vaccine, believe it's safe to take. 9 out of 10 people won't get sick. That's 90% effective and legit. This COVID thing is real and it will find you. It's killing our people. Let me remind you. Back in the days, was polio, smallpox back in the days. Measles and mumps, man, back in the day. But because of the vaccines, none of those saved. Vaccines, they work to trigger immunity. 2 shots, we got antibody security. We gotta act now, no need to wait. Get your vaccine before it's too late, for real.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm bad habits here. Bad habits die hard, something like that. Okay, so for those of you that are just now coming in, we were looking at a campaign out of the Hip Hop Public Health, a program that was started in New York, and yes, so they're using this campaign to provide literacy and facts, and it's complete with testimonials or whatnot from the healthcare professionals. Hello, a scrub of a watchman. Thank you so much for tuning in. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to give a little bit of an infomercial, and we'll be right back. See, I'm getting some artistic feedback on this. But you know what? They went to great lengths. They even went through the animation process. Yeah, just a lot for the people of New York. So if you're in the area, there's a source for you. So I'm just putting it out there. But I would always suggest you do your own research, and it's nice to see what's out there. Okay. All right. So I'll be right back right after this. right, guys. I really appreciate it. And so, yes. So, if you're just now joining us, we were looking at a five-part series or anthology provided by the Hip Hop Health Public Health of New York, and they are providing you with literacy and key points of health and facts and and check out those mythbusters. Now there are five. This is a five-part series, and I said I was not going to show you all five. They have a target, they're rolling this thing out with targeted dates. I think the next rollout is next week, so you'll get video number two next week on the 18th. So if you're interested in that, you guys can see it for. You don't have to wait until the 18th. You can just take the link that I shared with you, and you can be bumping it in your cars and in your speakers and whatnot before then. So, so yeah, just saying. So yeah, so check out that website. I'm going to drop it one more time. It comes from the prnewswire.com. So they're throwing quite a bit of throwing quite a bit of muscle behind this situation, and I find that to be more than ironic. And so so many people care about the community. Can you believe it? I can't even believe it myself. Okay, so I'm going to keep going here. I don't want to be a broken record, but I want you guys to be able to keep up with that. But yeah, there's all kinds of there's artwork that's gone into it. I mean, they've really brought the cultural spectrum of New York to the forefront with this. They even talk about the science here, and I mean, this is very interactive. And you can even there's even videos from the doctors here, Dr. Williams or Dr. Hedman Maxey. You know, so I guess you can launch your questions. I think this campaign is going all the way through April. So if you guys are interested, they are there for you, for you. Okay, so with that said, I'm going to transition right now into the no mask for kids, if you will. And you guys are cracking up out there. What's happening? I want to know the joke. I want to know. I want to know the joke. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to share with you the No Mask campaign. So I'm going to take us away from our friends over at the Hip Hop Health. All right, if you guys could do us a favor and help us nurture and nourish the AI, because they get a little weak when you don't hit the like button and whatnot. And thank you, the Lockhart Perspective, for sharing this out, as well as I think I had another share. Yeah, I'm pretty, they probably don't like what I'm doing, but I'm doing what I do per usual. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you guys over to the No Mask for kids, and be right back. So you guys can see that now. It's been on the community tab before, but yeah, it's been on the community tab before, but you'll get to see it firsthand. You get to see that they've got, I haven't counted by any stretch how many entries that they have, but it's really quite organized. And yeah, so if you know somebody that's experiencing any of these, I would imagine that even some of the adults are dealing with some of these issues at this point, especially if you are someone that's working and you are wearing the mask for extended periods of time, like 8 hours or so a day. You might be experiencing some of these things yourself. So, but this is for kids and they are looking for firsthand accounts. So here we are. Okay, what you see before you right now is the new mask for kids.com, all reports. So if you hop onto this thing and you decide you want to share a story, you can jump to whatever category you choose. They have allergic, cardiac, dental, dermal, eye, ear, nose, internal, neurological, psychological, pulmonary. It's all organized for you in that way. As you can see, there's quite a bit. We have a dermal here, internal here, dermal, and just a whole page. I think it's totally loaded. I mean, it's growing, I would imagine. Um, so it's like tons here. But so you can see all the reports. I mean, let me just click on one. I don't want to highlight any one story, but they just kind of give you generic. Oops, I meant to go into full screen on that. Hold on a second. I'm going to go into full screen. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the top here. I thank you guys so much for tuning into this segment at the 11th hour. And as you can see, this is the nomaskforkids.com. And at the top, you have your home, all reports, a blog, and about. I think this is sponsored or is parented by CFFS, that's Citizens for Free Speech. Um, but according to this site is crowdsourced by parents, teachers, physicians to document incidents of physical harm caused by students wearing face masks for an extended period of time during school activities. So you can see to the right again, the categories are broken down for you. Here it says all reports entered are monitored and manually approved in order to weed out spam entries. So I think it's pretty reputable. And information sent from your browser to our server is encrypted by SSL. We do not sell, rent, or otherwise give submitted information to anyone except that titled and description are posted publicly for anyone to see. So nomaskforkids.com is owned and managed by citizensforfreespeech.org. The information collected is for informational purposes only. So so there you go. And you start to see the categories there. And you can even search, you might even search for some symptoms that you might be dealing with. How are you guys doing out there? I thank you so much for coming in again. And I want to read some comments. But I want to click on, so before I click on one of these, I want to read a couple comments. So thank you guys so much. A scrub of watchmen. Let's see. A scrub of watchmen says, I actually can't even go to a doctor to get my pacemaker checked because I refuse mask and getting tested for BS and whatnot. Told them I'd rather die standing for my rights. Hang in there. Thank you so much for coming on and sharing that. I really appreciate that. And Awesome Alice says, hey, look at the CO2 level. Have they looked at the CO2 levels? Awesome Alice says, that's why I am doing virtual schooling. Now my kids had headaches and began to hate school. And hi, Camone Reed, Unstoppable. Nice to see you. Good morning to you. And the Lockhart perspective says probably not. Awesome Alice, because they are being sponsored by technocrats. Okay, and yeah, so let's hop over to I just want to look at a couple of these, just one just to see how what's included. I bet some of these stories get pretty lengthy. But it looks like it's a fairly safe. They looks like they've got you covered, as it's encrypted. The collection of data here, so maybe you won't be at risk of some form of a breach or yeah. Okay, so here we are. We're going to go with this first one here. This one is entitled dermal. This one's falling under the dermal section of the reports. It's entitled Eczema Outbreak. So this one actually was posted today. So you can see here, so I'm just going to hit read more to see how it looks, how the format comes out. So you can see your entry. Okay. And actually you can rate, I think you're able to even rate some of these and you can comment on them. All right. So according to this, yeah, this should be a lot bigger than this. So I don't know, maybe you guys can spread the word. Okay, according to this one, that this is an eczema outbreak. This is a 10-year-old daughter who has been diagnosed with eczema by dermatologists. It occurs where moist clothing touches the skin, typically leads to skin infection. She's now having eczema on her face, around the nose and mouth, from where the mask is. And they put that this is a 10-year-old female, age 10, out of Connecticut. So yeah, so this one was posted today. And a little bit of advocacy, it helps. And Kimone Reed, she says, I took a nap and saw you live. Saw you're in it live, Autumn. Thanks so much for coming in. Thanks so much, Ronnie Man, for posting that. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Lockhart Perspective and Ronnie Man. All right, guys. So yeah, so that's a little bit of that's the bulk of what I'm on about. What I'm on about. So we did two things. We had you have your HHPH program out of New York. It's a full series, so we'll keep an eye on the campaign. As the second one will be I'm going to put this link. I'm going to put the links in the chat again before I pack it in and fold in, so to speak. But I didn't want to share the whole. I don't know if you guys can handle a second, third, fourth, and a fifth video. I won't do that to you. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put our hip hop situation back in the stream. Actually, the video one. This one's entitled Community Immunity. Okay. So it looks like they're up. Looks like we've increased. They said they said 70% that they were looking for, but now it's 80%. So I don't know. Do your homework. Don't take my word for it. Okay, and then we'll go. I'll give you the mask. Give you the no mask for kids too. All right. Thank you, Lockhart Perspective. I really appreciate it. You guys are on it. Okay. All right. So I want to say hi to everybody in the stream because we're going to bail out of here soon. Okay. I want to say hi once again and thank you to the Definition of Anarchy for supporting the stream. And I really appreciate it. And the TR Show. I really appreciate you, the TR Show. Thanks so much for coming in and being supportive, as well as Ronnie Man. He's one of our gold standards. He's the marshal of the stripes, our marshal stripe in the house. Ronnie Man, thank you so much, and for supporting and for doing what you do around here. Okay, and then we have Angela Reed. I thank you so much. I want to read your comment. You said, my ex-husband, his wife, sister, and mom all got the second dose yesterday. Oh, wow. Hang in there, Angela Reed. And let's see, who else do we have? We have Awesome Alice. Thank you, Alice. Awesome Alice for coming in. Yeah, see, Awesome Alice noticed that 80%. And thank you so much for tuning in, Awesome Alice, and supporting the channel. And the Lockhart Perspective. I thank you so much for tuning in. Let's see. Got lots of emojis from the Lockhart Perspective. Thank you so much. Yeah, you guys check everyone out here. We've got like some of the best content creators around. We have the Lockhart Perspective. She has a full range of a myriad of topics and fantastic interviews. Check her out, please. And she also has something coming up tomorrow. She has something coming up tomorrow and Saturday. And there's Sunday dinner as well. So get over to the Lockhart Perspective for sure. And you stupid fool, you snuck in here. It says, I just came in here. You mean to tell me BET has stooped this low to get black people to take this crap? I don't know. I don't know who's going to be the brand. They're going to put it on the New York Public Health. They're going to put it on their tab, I guess. Okay. And John H. Roberts. Thanks so much. Johnny Robert says it has a great beat, but I can't dance to it. You know, I don't even if I could dance to it, I'm not sure I would. But thank you for sharing that. Okay, and the scrub of a watchman. All right, so the scrub of a watchman said that video lacked creativity, precisely the reason the evildoers dislike the children of God. We are creators, they are not. Hence the terrible video. All right. Oh, thank you so much, the Lockhart perspective. I appreciate it. All right, and DJ Vision Barnett was here. I can't believe I missed you guys. Sneak in here, snuck in here. If you're still around, DJ, give us a one. Give us a one. All right, and I really appreciate you guys so much for coming in and hitting the like button where available. So I just want to say one thing because I saw something in Awesome Alice's post. She mentioned something about the CO2 levels. And this is something that I'm as a, here again, I'm not a healthcare professional by any stretch, but at times I've wondered if people that that you encounter on the road, the ones that are wearing the mask in the car, I'm wondering if it's possible that these mask wearers in the car, they're not experiencing some type of hypoxia in the car because their sense of consciousness is not, they seem not to be aware of either people that are coming up on the side. They're not aware of the peripheral. Their consciousness is just not there. I think that they tend to even drive a bit slower. So I'm just wondering if those people that are masked in the car, if they're not experiencing something like that, um, because of the lack of oxygen. But yeah, so it's this is we can be concerned, and we can be skeptical, and we can do our own research, because I always encourage you guys on this channel to be your own best fact checker. And I always try to cite things. I'm not for one, I'm not citing it MLA style, because it's not a paper that I'm writing. So the elites, they might have an issue with that, but I'm not citing it as if it were being, this is not an academic citing that you will find, but you'll be able to find the resource. At least I can provide that for my assertions. These are my assertions. These are my hypotheses. So, oh, DJ's still here. Hi, DJ. Thank you so much for coming in. And, yeah, so I think there's all kinds in terms of this current regime or administration, whatever you want to spin it. I think they have what is the American Rescue Plan? They've got all these plans and things. I'm not sure how much. What are we on? The double mask? We got two masks right now. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But yeah, but you can see that they're spending a lot of money in the communities of color at this time. And I did tell you guys at the beginning, it is BHM. And if you don't know what BHM is, it is Black History Month. So, they rolled this campaign out, like this organization was started last March in 2020. But I find it interesting that they waited until 2021 to launch their campaign, right? You're all about helping people and saving lives and edifying people, and raising their level of consciousness and education on this, and facts and science, right? So why wouldn't you do it? Why'd you wait until February of 2021? I'm just saying, you know, just just curious. But this is a 5-part series, and I don't know. Maybe we'll drop it on the 18th or something, somewhere in a live stream. But you guys can certainly grab that for yourself. I'm gonna read a couple more comments, because we're gonna be out in under 5 minutes. 5 minutes. And if nothing else, I hope I shared something that's helpful, or something that gives you a different perspective, or somewhat insightful as to what other people are dealing with. And I don't know, you get the information, and you have it. All right, I'm going to read a couple comments here. Because I could go on a rant. I could very easily. It's very tempting to go on a rant when all I'm seeing are black faces on the front of so many things right now. Hmm? When I'm seeing black faces on from everything from government to the local wino. I mean, and that's hyperbolic. Okay, I'm exaggerating. But when I start to see all of these black faces on the fronts of things, can't help but to it's a little bit triggering. Resist resist the urge to rant or to be reactionary. Um, but yes, I'm going to read this. Just one second here. Hold on. All right. So according to this, Ronnie Mann says all of this is culminating to one end game to render the next generation. Ooh, that burns, Ronnie Mann sterile. That burns. Okay. And Austin Alice says, I say that because we breathe in oxygen and exhale CO2, and they did oxygen tests, but where are the CO2 tests? I was wondering because the headaches my kids were getting. I hope they're getting better. I mean, I'm just saying, for the lack of a better word, managing this madness. You know, managing it better. I mean, I know it's difficult. Um, I think very first time I wore a mask, it was burning like pretty far back, like just burning. And Lockhart perspective, appreciate it. And Awesome Alice says the Tuskegee Study 2021. Yeah, but see, speaking of that, Awesome Alice, they even had some descendants, was it generation or so, a couple of generation or so, of some survivors of the Tuskegee experiment that were rolled out not too long ago. So yeah, yeah. So they've been pulling out quite a few stops, and you've got a lot of people. I think I'm beginning to wonder, and I don't mean to go on to a rant. I'm beginning to wonder if, and this would be very sad if this is the case, but I'm beginning to wonder if people are thinking that this is some act of rebellion, even amongst the black community. We're gonna go. I'm gonna do it, even though there's some other studies out there. There's second and third and fourth opinions out there. I'm gonna do it anyway. I mean, there's actually people like that. I didn't say they were healthy people, but you got some people that think that you got people that vote the way they vote because they think they're hurting the person that they're not voting for. I mean, I'm saying it gets to be a little, exhausting, a little bit. It's worse than, it's not petty. That's not the right word. It's kind of like, it's almost like sullen, like a sullen teenager. If you're not going to do your own research. But see, the thing about it is I find that people want to be fed information, and anything they don't like, they're going to debunk it. They've been trained to debunk and trained to tell you your information is not correct. But they haven't heard anything. They haven't heard both sides of the argument. They don't even know both sides of the argument. They just know one narrative. And if you say anything against that, that's all they got is the conspiracy theory. That's all they got. They can't tell you why. Okay, I'm going to keep going here. And Lockhart Perspective says, could it be an agenda? LOL. R. Jones is here. R. Jones says someone should do a spreadsheet of all their incongruencies. Thank you so much, R. Jones. Jones says, I agree about the racial targeting. It's just too obvious. Yes. Well, I mean, what was it? I have another video. Um, I think I might have shared this one with you guys not too long ago, but yeah, it was a kind of around the same kind of ilk. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna show you this one, and then I promise I'm gonna pack it up and fold it in. But yeah, it's yeah, they're doing a lot. What is it they say? Do people still say this anymore? They're doing the most, or okay, I got it for you. So hopefully I can share this one with you again. Give me 1 second. Hold on. And once again, I want to thank you guys so much for taking some time out of your Thursday evening slash Friday morning to look at these things. Okay, so I'm going to be removing that, and I'm going to share another screen with you. So I hope I can pull this one off. All right, you guys are awesome for hanging in there. So let's look at this one. We got another one. You know, it's always they always come to us with music and dance. You know, it's always, and to me that's a low hanging fruit is what I'm talking about. Not that there's anything wrong with fruit or the low hanging fruit, but come on. All right, so here we go. We're going to share this one here. I hope this one will play. Well, it has played in the past, so I don't know. Maybe they're getting a little bit. So as you can see, you have some medical professionals dancing around in this situation, full on music and kind of bad coordination there, but you know.
I do my head talk, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling? Head talk, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling? Feeling good as hell. Baby, how you feeling? Woo, girl, need to kick off your shoes. Gotta take a deep breath, time to focus on you. All the big fights, long nights that you've been. Just walk your fine ass out the door. I do my hair talk, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling? Hair talk, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling? Feeling good as hell. Baby, how you feeling? Woo, girl, need to kick off your shoes. Gotta take a deep breath, time to focus on you.
Okay. So did you guys at least get the video? All right, guys. So it's what, yeah, but awesome Alice, to her point, she says they're doing the mostest. Back in my day, I would. Are they serious? And we have the game ain't fair. How are you doing? Thanks so much for coming in. And yeah, it's exhausting. It's just, who are you trying to, it's like, are you trying to appeal to like the seventh grade or the middle school kids? I mean, you can't make this stuff up, right? Am I making this up? Okay, I'm going to put that in the link for you guys too. So you guys do your head toss on your own time. You know what I mean? I don't even know the song, but okay, so we have awesome Alice's that them dancing on graves may be a form of witchcraft. Ooh, yikes. I thought they were swamped with cases. You know, I don't know. I don't know. And the game ain't fair says I had this I had this on a while. I triple tasked. What happened to Run DMC? All right, guys, you guys are killing me right now. So I thank you guys so much for tuning in, and hopefully you have time to check out some of this material. And you know, what can I say? Put it on the wall, and fact check it against your own resources. And Kimon says they are dancing off stress. Maybe, I don't know. I I don't know. Okay. All right. Well, I want to thank you guys so much for coming in at the 11th hour, and I want to thank everyone who took a trip to the AI and high fived and gave us a thumbs up or a thumbs down or shared out the stream on this evening. And yeah, so I want to thank you guys so much for that. And yeah, I just had to share that because I get it's just a little bit overkill. And things that make you go it's just it should, right? I mean, what? But let me just ask this, okay? And it's on a rhetorical level. What other community are they creating all this for? Like, you know, us black people, we got to be educated, right? We can't read anything for ourselves. We have to be handed everything, right? We can't read a book, we can't read an article. We just have to have that narrative that's served up to us by somebody, a blackface, right? And this might get taken down. I don't know. I don't actually care. I'm just going to do what I do. So yeah. So according to Austin Alice, she says the media is acting like they seem to think we are uneducated and they think we have smooth brains, and gaslighting at its best. Don't fill up. So yeah. And thank you, Kimon Reed, for coming in. I really appreciate it. And I mean, what did I have? I had a piece for you not too long ago from what the original OJ got the juice. OJ got the moonshot. So but they're not done yet, is what I'm on about. Okay, so you'll see 4 more videos, and who knows what else you'll see. And if I'm not mistaken, they might even start attaching government assistance might end up getting attached to this thing before it's over with. That'll be the Hail Mary, right? Is that what it'll be? Okay, so thank you guys so much again, and I appreciate it. And I'll see you guys on the next live stream and comment section on a video, moonlight stream, or a flash like this, or yeah, or in the comment section. So if you send me something in the comment section and I don't get it, then I will get to it. All right, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Have a good night.